This way! Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it. Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important. You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. Much. Is there anything else The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Be seeing you.
I don't need any more information. Are you good? Are you good, my dude? He sounds like he's having a very difficult time. My main man, Vicar. Hey, buddy. Go ahead and look like a fucking twerp. It works too. Not stuck in dirt yet. I almost want to wear that. Like extra maraudery. Let's see, it's a fucking marauder. He's literally just a marauder, and then she's just roided out, and here I am. Darth Azel. Actually, that's pretty dope. Better get this tinkering cost down, and I'm probably gonna rock these. Oh god.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a
Ow.
wasteland. You hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcast.
Yeah. Sorry, that's a little bit
Sitting
loud.
on a dead world full of monsters.
There's literally
Now
no
I've
reason
heard
to-
everything.
You know,
Just
it
yet.
takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Don't do that, Graham.
Asshole.
Captain, I was hoping for a word.
What do you want, dude?
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Okay.
That's a good question. Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures. Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems. Thank you, Captain.
Yeah, cool. Oh my god. Did it again. I'm glad they're considered inanimate objects.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other...
Well, well, well. What fine treasures might await us in here?
Not gonna work.
Understood. On my way. I'm going.
Here they come!
Yeah, buddy. Let's get this tech up. And we're just gonna back and forth it between tech and handguns. Right now they're even, so I'm gonna put it in tech first. Because we want the tech. We'll survive. Ugh. Again, I already read these, so I'll just leave them on the screen. So Paul Reed.
Now, I don't say this lightly, but that is a work of sheer universal.
I'm glad you like. Because I have to provide on her sword, her hammer is on you. Everyone can be happy. Except me. Let's talk about this fucking stick stock. Stick stock. Shock stick. Ah, back. That's right. Anyway, shit. Okay. Yeah, fuck that. I don't want to walk slower.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
What's going on? We were in a holding pattern for 2 hours just to get in.
Moms had to go on break. She didn't have enough hands to coordinate.
I'm not going anywhere, you hear?
Alright, let's get into the sick bay.
You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Dr. Fenhill.
I am not making a scene.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. Did he now? The mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene?
See, Umfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Oh, I don't love the game, fuckhead.
Upstairs room?
We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. fall. Sources credited increased diesel tuna production for this quarter's earning projection.
There we go.
No one saw me trip over there. Right. You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
To the last ratchet on rotten time, leave me in peace! You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Should've known she'd send a bruiser after me. Damned if I don't rue the day I saved her scrawny little hide. Inadvertently, I befriended a bloodhound in the process. Alright, okay, we can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. Udon Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
Sorry for what you can hear in the background.
What's that noise?
Watch out, Captain!
Damn it. I didn't realize she was literally looking that direction. Things that I want to do. Shoot this fucking car. this.
Here they come. Past that armor.
All right, I'm on the move.
This is Halcyon.
Okay, cool. She just got pissed at me because I was in that fucking area.
Windows knock you out for
Any word on Jesse? Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Hey, you know what? That's a successful escape. That's a fucking successful escape if I ever done seen one.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastard.
Ah, the board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? This is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? It must have been lost with Alex, then. One more tragedy to top the pile. Tell me, how did he die? Oh, awful business, that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details. Fine. You're free to go. I've removed the impound order on your ship. But before you go, I did have one request. Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with? Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases. That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate? You might be surprised. But we'll proceed on the assumption she'll be reasonable. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment. Now, is there anything else you need, or can I return to my work?
Alright, cool.
You been following that series? The Hunt for the Wimbrel?
The pirate ship? I don't go in for docu-series.
If you're they're...
Okay.
Thought there'd be more machinery.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors. Good for you. Hope you scared some sense into those bureaucrats giving you trouble. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting. Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through. Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship. Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves. The board isn't helping and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Hold on. There's something you should know before you go charging off. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs. Speak your mind.
What? I didn't think you just...
Motherfucker.
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if... Well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Let's go get our shit fucked up. I gotta sneak back. Hold on. I gotta sneak back in there and fucking tell this stupid bitch that she can come out.
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1?
No.
Last I heard, the board was in dispute with the Renegade Company.
No.
Sounded dire. Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie.
What was that?
Here they come.
Don't mess with us.
What do you fucking mean? Oh, okay. Okay, good. Dude. Well, the more you fucking know, I guess. Wait, what? Where is she? Where the fuck did she go?
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like...
I didn't need to kill the fucking thing.
C&T chicken and potatoes. At C&T, we know our...
Wish I could...
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right? Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better-than-average sawbones. If you're looking for a medic, I can work my debt off. If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy fashion, which tells me you're competent. But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. You won't be sorry, though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain. Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Fudge. A soft, sour candy shop around.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in. Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar.
This is Halcyon B. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Remember Auntie Cleo? She remembers you. When you were sick, who took your place? When you were hungry, who gave you a needle full of flour? Auntie Cleo, that's good. Have you given your auntie a husband name? This story brought to you by Halcyon News.
I'll go down and clear out the back base, and this will
CNP
probably be it for this episode. Not saying this is 100% playthrough, but I'm gonna try and get as much stuff as I can, and as many good endings as possible. Jesus Christ! If I could stop yawning, that'd be cool too.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company? A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley. Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Huh. Yum, yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain. No one turns their back on me while I'm holding court. Get 'em, boys!
Incoming!
He fucking... I couldn't see shit. Gotta love it. Gotta fucking love it.
Hey, McRed, were you
That dude's pissing me the fuck off. I've noticed it's a pretty common glitch, is it just when it just doesn't reload.
Even the proverbial unwashed masses would turn their noses up at this place. We'll cut them off. Incoming! That's the last of them. Can you imagine being frozen for 10 years, sailing through space in a room such as this?
What was that? What was that?
Haven't seen any new faces down here since I arrived. Not sure how long ago that was. McRed tends to incinerate anyone who comes by. It's too bad. I mean, he was a scary fucker, total pyromaniac, but You know how it is. You meet a guy, get used to his quirks, and then blam. I'll get back to my post. See you topside, stranger.
Handled beautifully.
Place is falling apart.
Here we go!
Good job, Captain! Don't mess with Moving. On my way.
No.
Junlei's gonna be pleased as pie when we show her these.
People don't like.
Uh-oh!
Everyone all right?
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it when I call over the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight Mantipillar infestation.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about. I mean, aside from fires and such.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
Finally get that fast one. Alright. Well, with that, I say this is a good time to sign off. I will catch you guys. Well, let me see. I I will catch you guys in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one. Peace out.